first. Okay, here, listen and say, I will play the audio first, and you can repeat after them. We will listen the audio first, and then we will read by ourselves. So wait a minute. Audio number 39.
Page 67. C. Listen, ask, and answer. Then practice.
When was the Erie Canal constructed?
It was started in 1817.
So it's not this one. 39. This one.
Page 25. C. Listen and say. Then practice.
He's owned a laptop since September. He's owned a laptop for 2 years.
Can you repeat the word again? So shall we do that again? The first one, I will play the audio, and you can repeat after them. No? Yeah, you can listen again.
Page 25. C. Listen and say. Then practice.
He's owned a laptop since September. He's owned a laptop for 2 years.
So can you say it again? So you are muted. I cannot hear. Hello, from where are you? Okay, thank you. Maybe your internet connection. And then, okay, this time. So we say he's me, he had. Okay, it's already shown here. So we can use since September in 2009 since that month. We can use for 2 years, for 10 months, for 1 week. Like for what mean duration, the timeline. So it's already known that we play the grammar book. Here the structure is like all, like it's only at ed, and also its past participle also ed, and belong also the same. And B, use transfer to West word for past tense and past participle with been. And for like, it will be it only at ed, and no, new, known, and have had. That we already know that. So we will keep on listening from number 1 to number 6, including those words as well. So wait a minute, shall we listen again?
He's. He has. Since September 2009. Last month. For 2 years. 10 months. 1 week. Own. Owned. Owned. Like. Liked. Liked. Belong. Belonged. Belonged. Know. Knew. Known. Be. Was. Were. Been. Have. Had. Had.
1,
Okay, shall we listen number
He's
1?
owned a laptop since September.
So what did you hear for number 1? Here,
Owns a laptop since September.
good job. And number 2.
2,
She's liked mystery novels for 2 years.
She likes mystery novel for 2 years.
Yeah, good job. And 3.
3,
He's belonged to the judo club since 2009.
Okay,
He's belonged to the judo class in 2009.
good job. And number 4.
4,
She's known her best friend for 10 months.
Okay,
Her best friend since for 10 months.
for 10 months. Okay, she is known. And then
5,
He's been class president since last month.
what is that?
He's been class president since last month.
Yeah, the last one.
6,
She's had a smartphone for 1 week.
What's that?
A smartphone for 1 week.
Okay, good job. Now, letter D. So how long have you owned a laptop? I've owned a laptop for 6 months. So here the time, like the duration, well, we would like to know the duration. We can ask by using how long have you like sick when, and how long does it take, like for how many months, like that. So since May it will be 14 months. So in total, since May we can count till 6 months. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, something like that. So here, shall we listen from letter D? So it's 40.
Page 25. D. Listen, ask, and answer. Then practice.
How long have you owned a laptop?
I've owned a laptop since May.
So it's already in the box. So we will skip for number 2.
How long have you owned a laptop?
I've owned a laptop for 6 months. 1,
How long have you owned a laptop?
I've owned a laptop since May.
2,
How long have you liked mystery novels?
I've liked mystery novels for 6 months.
So can you repeat it again for 2? You wanna listen
You
again?
like mystery novel? I like mystery novel for 6 months.
Yeah.
3,
How long have you belonged to the judo club?
Can you say the question again?
How long have you judo class?
Belonged to the judo club for 8 weeks.
So you
I
can
belong to
say,
the judo class for 8 weeks.
yeah.
4,
How long have you known your best friend?
I've
Okay, how long?
Have you known your best friend?
known my best friend since January.
So
I
Spencer,
know my best friend
since January. Good job.
5,
How long have you been class president?
That's the question.
You've been class president.
Yeah.
I've been class president since 2010.
So
No, I'm been class president since 2009.
yeah. The last one.
6,
How long have you had a smartphone?
I've
So question.
How long have you had a smartphone?
had a smartphone for 3 years.
I had a smartphone for 3 years.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
6,
How long have you had a smartphone?
I've had a smartphone for 3 years.
Charity မှာ I've had ပေါ့နော် I've had HAV နဲ့ HAT လို့မျိုးတွဲပြီးသွားမှာနော် I've had a smartphone for 3 like that. Okay, so look at B. We want to look at B. Find S and answer. Oh, so it's not really important. Does he belong to the judo club? Yes, he does. He has belonged to the judo club since September. Okay, we will skip the letter E, but we will go to the new one. So lesson 2 is about experiences. Let me enlarge the screen. Okay, it's experiences. So what side study? Okay, let me change the place. Wait. Wait a minute. So shall we listen? Listen and say it again for lesson 2. I need you to play the audio first. Lesson 2 is 41.
Page 26. Lesson 2. Experiences. A. Listen Point and say. 1,
Live in Paris.
Can you repeat it again?
Live in Paris.
Live in Paris. Good job.
2,
Play the saxophone.
So your turn.
Play the saxophone.
Okay, I will show you the picture of that saxophone later. Okay, number 3.
3,
Build websites.
So your turn.
Website.
Okay.
4,
Volunteer at a soup kitchen.
Your turn.
Volunteer at the soup kitchen.
5,
Collect comic books.
Your turn.
Collect comic book.
Collect comics book.
6,
Study ballet.
Where's that?
Study ballet.
Study ballet. Do you know the word ballet? It's a kind of dancing. Yeah. So here, I will show you saxophone. The picture. Kind of musical instrument. And here. Here we call saxophone mostly. How do you like in Europe? I hear saxophone. But in Myanmar, also in the Asian like classical music, they use it. But I have seen, but I don't know. Like basically all the things mentioned in the saxophone. But it's like for the classical music. But we can figure it later if you would like to know more. So, and then listeners say then practice. Here it's about the like present perfect. Yeah, it's continuous, no? Present perfect continuous that we already learned in the grammar book. Here is the another one. We have been living in Paris since we were 10, or we have been living in Paris since they were 10. No? They have been living in Paris for a long time. Now we have been living in Paris for a long time. Either we can use. And they're the same structure like we have, if, they have. And 1, 2, so we have those pictures. And we will listen and say it again for the specific sentences from the pictures. So let me play the audio again. Number 42.
Page 26. B. Listen and say. Then practice.
We've been living in Paris since we were 10. They've been living in Paris since they were 10. We've been living in Paris for a long time. They've been living in Paris for a long time. We have. They have.
1,
We've been living in Paris since we were 10.
2,
They've been playing the saxophone for a long time.
Okay, shall we read it again for number 2? Can you say it again? They've been
Playing the saxophone for a long time.
3.
3,
We've been building websites since we were 12.
Yeah, your turn.
Our turn.
4,
They've been volunteering at a soup kitchen for a long time.
They've
how
been
about
volunteering at a soup kitchen for a long time.
now? So without listening, how can you guess the number 5? It's alright. Collect comic books.
They-
Yeah.
They've been collecting comic books for a long time.
Okay, how about the last one?
They've been studying Paris since they were 5.
Yeah. They've been studying, like here, studying ballet since they were 5. Good job. So we move to letter C. How long have you been living in Paris? For 5 years since I was 10. So here's like that. So here, number 2, can you guess the question and answer? Like here, how long have you been playing? Like that, huh? So how long have you been playing? Yeah, we can also playing the saxophone. How long have you been playing the saxophone? So how would you answer?
For 5 years.
I was 10, so long. Saxophone. Since I was 10. Okay, we can just say since I was 10. Okay, you can listen and we will just see, look at the example first.
Page 27. C. Listen, ask, and answer. Then practice.
How long have you been living in Paris?
For 5 years.
How long have you been living in Paris?
Since I was 10.
It's already number 1. Now we go to number 2.
1.
How long have you been living in Paris?
For 5 years.
2.
How long have you been playing the saxophone?
Since I was 10.
Okay, now. So here I was 10. Your child was 6. Look at the winner. Since I was 10. Okay. And number 3, how do you think the question?
You've been collecting comic books.
Yeah. Collecting, here you can say collecting comic books. How do you think, since? Since I was 7.
Since I was 7.
Okay, for number 4, how do you think of the question?
You've been studying ballet for 6 years.
Okay, for 6 years. And number 5. Is a kind of website?
How long have you been reading website?
Yeah, reading here you
For
can
2
look at
years.
reading websites for 2 years. Good job. The last one.
Volunteer as a soup kitchen for
Since I was 11. Okay, here's skills. Listen, then answer the questions. Okay, we will go and listen number 44 audio hide it, and we will choose the correct answer. So wait a minute, shall we just go to the listen?
Page 27. Skills. Listening and speaking. D. Listen. Then answer the questions. 1.
How long have you been living here in Tokyo, Ken?
For 2 years. Before Tokyo, my
Okay, wait a minute.
family and I lived in Paris.
How long did you live in Paris?
For 4 years.
1, 2, 3, 4. What's that? For 4 years, for 5 months. It's in the origin number 1 or it's not go to number 2? Wait a minute.
Page 27. Skills. Listening and speaking. D. Listen. Then answer the questions. 1,
How long have you been living here in Tokyo, Ken?
For 2 years. Before Tokyo, my family and I lived in Paris.
How long did you live in Paris?
For 4 years.
How long has Ken been living in Tokyo?
2,
I've been studying.
So how do you do number 1 answer?
For
So
2
the question,
years.
yeah, for 2 years. The question is in the end, at the end of it, and at the end of the conversation. Okay, shall we go to number 2?
Studying ballet since I was 6.
Wait a minute.
How long did you live in Paris?
For 4 years.
How long has Ken been living in Tokyo?
2,
Me too.
I've been studying ballet since I was 6.
How old are you now, Alex?
I'm 13.
So you've been studying ballet for 7 years.
Yes, I have.
How old was Alex when he started to study ballet?
So how do you do the age?
He was 6.
When he was 6. Good job. And 3.
3,
Do you build websites?
Yes, I do. I've been building them for a long time.
How long have you been building them?
I've been building websites for 12 years.
How long has the man been building websites?
So how long?
For 3 years.
For 12 years. He's been building websites. Good job.
4,
Welcome to the soup kitchen. My name is Morgan. What's your name?
I'm Jenny. Do you like volunteering here?
Yes, I really do. I've been volunteering here since I was 14.
How old are you now?
I'm 20.
Wow, that's a long time. Today is only my first day.
How long has Morgan been volunteering at the soup kitchen?
So what's the answer?
You are 40.
Yeah. Okay, for letter E, what about you? I can answer. How long have you been living in your town or city? And okay, so you can just think for a while for all the questions. And I will give you 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will back into the conversation. I will ask you, and you need to answer to me for all the questions. You can write down as a note if you wish. So, okay, 2 to 3 minutes. Your time is right now. You can think all the questions. Okay, shall we ask? So how long have you been living in a town or city? Are you ready?
I have been living in my town for 30 years.
Okay, for 13 years. Okay, good job. And number 2, how long have you been studying English?
I have studied English for 1 year.
Okay, great. Number 3, do you volunteer at your school or in your town or city?
Right.
No, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, for the last question, do you play an instrument? How long have you been playing it? You don't play any instrument? Okay. Okay, shall we move to lesson 3, reading? Okay, the walk at the. So here, we do we need to play the audio or we will just read the book passage? Okay, we will read. We don't. We may listen first. After that, we will read it by ourselves. No? You know all the vocabulary like pronunciation. So we should read it. We should listen it first. It's number 45.
Page 28. Lesson 3. Reading. A. Talk about the story. Then listen and read. The Walkathon. It was the morning of the annual Children's Hospital Walkathon. Mike met Julie and Emma at the starting line in the park. "We've been waiting for you, Mike," said Julie. "Where's Danny?" "He called me. He's going to be late," said Mike. "He can catch up to us later." The walkathon began. 200 people walked cheerfully in the summer sun. They were happy to help the hospital and have some fun at the same time. 1 hour later, Danny arrived at the starting line. "Oh no," he thought. "I have to run to catch up to the others." He started to run quickly. 45 minutes later, Julie saw the finish line. "Look," she said, "we're almost there." "And look," said Mike, "here comes Danny." The 4 friends crossed the finish line together and happily walked over to Julie's parents. "Great job," said Julie's father. "You've been walking all morning." "You must be tired and thirsty," said Julie's mother. "Have some lemonade." "Thank you, Mrs. Watson," Danny said. "But Danny," Mike said, "you haven't been walking all morning. You've been running." Everyone laughed.
Okay, so we will try to read it again. So the walkathon, it was the morning of the annual Children's Hospital walkathon. Annual Children's Hospital walkathon. Kind of competition, kind of sports. Mike met Julie and Emma at the starting line in the park. So it's what's celebrating in the park. And we've been waiting for you, Mike, said Julie. "Where's Danny?" He called me. He's going to be late. He's going to be late. Said Mike. He can catch up to us later. Okay. The walkathon began. 200 people walked cheerfully. In the summer sun, they were happy to have their hospital and have some fun at the same time. But the walkathon is not like, it's a kind of sport, but it's not really the competition. There's no winner. If you can run for a while, you like, if you don't, you want to pick from the walkathon, so you can quit. But there is no like